Overflows. Total relaxation, the beginning. Existence has allowed enlightenment in myriad ways to happen. All that we can say is that certain qualities are needed, not any particular method. But certain qualities, when they come to meet within you, function as a cause. But something happens because of their presence. This is what in science is called catalytic agent. They function as a catalytic agent. For example, you know that water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen, but you can go on mixing hydrogen and oxygen and water will not happen. If you divide water, you will find only hydrogen and oxygen. Then what is missing? Why, even when mixing them in proper proportion of H2O, the water is still not happening? For that, the presence of electricity is needed. It does not cause it. It is a totally different phenomenon than causality. However, its presence is a catalytic agent. Without its presence, oxygen and hydrogen can remain together for eternity, but water will not happen. The silver lining amidst clouds is nothing but the presence of electricity that transforms hydrogen and oxygen into water to form rain. But it does not take any part, just its presence is needed. But without its presence, nothing happens. So I can say to you that enlightenment is always accidental, not an effect produced by certain cause. Otherwise, things would have been very easy. Everybody could have produced the cause, all the necessary ingredients, and would have become enlightened. If lotus posture is needed, he will do it. If standing on the head is needed, he will do it. If sitting under a bodhi tree is needed, he will do it. If other men have been able to do it, you can also do it. But the problem is that it is not a cause and effect phenomena. So I can describe only a certain presence which functions as a catalytic agent. Meditation creates the agent, catalytic presence, creates a totally silent mind with no thought, a totally relaxed body with no tensions, a totally empty heart with no moods or feelings or sentiments or emotions, and then simply wait. In this silence, serenity, just wait, and then out of nowhere, something explodes in you. Yes, it is an explosion. Indeed, explosion of light, love, and tremendous bliss which remains with you forever. You cannot lose it even if you want to. Nobody can become unenlightened again. That is impossible. In this process, conscious total relaxation is the beginning. Relaxation is the state when nothing is to be done, nowhere to go, neither within nor without. No memory, no thought, no desire. Such is the state when ego has dissolved. This is the beginning for the miracle to happen. When drop of ego is about to or has merged in the ocean, it is better to reflect each moment in retrospect. Each moment as I enter that night, the reservoir of bliss opens its gates, and slowly everything starts submerging in that state. Inner dance begins. Such was the state of Gautam Siddharth that night. Introspect that night, that moment. Once this state dawns, it stays on until dissolving in the next. That night, Siddhartha had nowhere to go, neither within nor without. Time had stopped, stillness surrounded, a state of total relaxation. Awaken that moment of the night within. That experience is part of the cosmos. Entire cosmos is pulsating with that relaxation, the egoless presence. Using your internet, connect to that moment when something like this was happening to Gautam Siddhartha. Introspect, what kind of night was that? Neither cold nor warm, neither in nor out, just on the threshold of something new, no clue of what, but certainly something was to happen. The moment was stretching on the invisible strings of timelessness. The moment was stretching on the invisible strings of timelessness, but slowly yet steadily moving towards the dawn of a new horizon. Siddharth was aware that something unknown is taking over him, but was unaware of what moment was approaching. For the first time, Siddharth was totally, unspeakably relaxed, a state that could only be felt but not explained. Words failed, voice hijacked by the dancing silence. One who attains to such a state becomes available to truth. As long as something remains to be done, there is effort. Effort is the function of the mind, born out of desire. Tension remains when nothing is to be done. Tension cannot stay. Siddharth came out of the river Niranjana somehow, stumbling. Body was weak yet free. He was, so was the mind. He came under the Bodhi tree, lay there and fell asleep like an innocent child. And when his eyes opened, everything was different. Pulsating with eternal life force, silent whispers echoing. Siddharth came out of the river Niranjana, somehow stumbling. Body was weak yet free. Mind was in the same state. So was the mind. He came under the Bodhi tree, lay there, and fell asleep like an innocent child. And when his eyes opened, everything was different, pulsating with eternal life force, silent whispers echoing. When his eyes opened, it was something like deja vu. His eyes opened each morning since he came into life, but not like this morning. Everything unexplainable had happened this morning. His eyes opened like this after efforts of many lives, and when eyes opened, he saw the last star disappearing in the vastness of the sky. With this, even the last ray within disappeared as well, a dancing silence surrounding vast emptiness. Just infinite horizon spread as blue sky. Siddhartha was on the threshold of Buddhahood. Siddhartha was on the threshold of Buddhahood. He remained like this, unmoving, still tranquil, a living stone like. He remained still. The story says that Brahma, the creator, came down and fell at the feet of Siddhartha. He said, such is a rare happening. Only once in centuries one attains to awakening. Say something. We are eager to hear you speak. This did not please Hindus, that Brahma came and bowed to him. Indeed, even gods are below Buddhahood. Enlightenment is the ultimate happening. Enlightenment is the state of desirelessness. Whenever something higher or ultimate has to be explained, deeper symbols have to be created. There are many stories whenever any sage enters deep into austerity, the Lord of Heavens, Indra, gets afraid. Whether embodied or unembodied, the enlightened one has dissolved in the existence like a drop merging in the ocean. And then the ocean lends its magnanimity, splendor, and cosmic oneness to the enlightened one. The indomitable energy that enlightenment brings surrounds the awakened one as a presence. The indomitable energy that enlightenment brings surrounds the awakened one as a presence. This presence acts as a catalyst in the process of enlightenment. The mere presence clears the path of inward journey. The mere presence clears the path of inward journey. Buddha represents highest peak of consciousness. Buddha is the experiment in the totality of consciousness. Buddha represents the fruition of one's being or blossoming as enlightenment. Buddha does not refer to a person. Buddha refers to a state of awakening that happens to anyone. But the name got stuck with Siddhartha Gautam, and it is known as Gautam the Buddha. Mere presence clears the path of inward journey. Buddha represents the highest peak of consciousness. Buddha is the experiment in the totality of consciousness. Buddha represents the fruition of one's being or the blossoming as the enlightenment. Buddha represents a totally different kind of spirituality, a totally different kind of spirituality, pure and sublime. Buddha is the most godless yet most godly being ever walked on earth. Gautam Buddha is the most godless yet most godly being ever walked on this earth. Buddha propounded that religion, propounded the religionless religion. The religion is not yoke, the an a state of religion that is not yoked to the so-called religions. Never before this happened that someone spoke of human transformation in such profound yet uncontaminated way. Never it happened. Buddha represents a totally different kind of spirituality, pure and sublime. Buddha is the most godless yet most godly being ever walked on this earth. Buddha propounded the religionless religion. You do not have to depend on religion to attain to enlightenment. Never before this happened that someone spoke of human transformation in such profound yet uncontaminated way. Enough for now.